Hi, everyone. Welcome to Easy Tarot Lessons. This is Sally, and I have Mandy and Sharon with me today. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hello.
I know we hang out a lot together. And here we are. We're hanging out. Weren't we just talking about playing craps? We're at the roulette table today.
Oh my
we have Wheel of
gosh.
Fortune with us. Yay!
I didn't even think about that. Maybe that's what spurted in my head, eh?
Right? Talk about the Wheel of Fortune with us. Or no, I think it's Mandy. Mandy, your turn.
Oh my God. So the Wheel of Fortune. Well, yeah. Well, you nailed it, really. It does immediately strike me as, look, everything's a game, everything's a gamble. Just, life is full of ups and downs. You win some, you lose some.
Mm-hmm.
I think when it comes up upright, it's indicating, oh, take the risk. I think your fortune's going to be good because it's upright. I mean, it literally is like heads or tails sometimes for me, this card. I do see it sometimes as a coin. Sometimes it hits me that it's a coin, not always. And sometimes it hits me as a compass as well, like for directions.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And I've actually used it for that purpose. What else? It's got that word tarot on it, hasn't it?
It does.
I'll tell you what I did see it as once. I saw it as my friend had a leak coming through her ceiling, and she wanted to know where it was coming from. And this card came up in, I'm pretty sure it was in reverse. But anyway, I saw it as a washing machine spinning around. And sure enough, in the flat above her, directly above where the leak was the washing machine.
Nice.
Yeah.
That is intuitive reading.
Yeah, I mean, it was awesome. But I genuinely saw it as that, and that's exactly what it was. And I saw that red creature thing as being, when the clothes are sort of going around in it, they cling to the sides. So yeah.
That poor creature cannot be comfortable.
No. I mean, clenching really hard to hold that wheel. Oh my, Sharon.
Rachel had a nice interpretation of this. Do you remember, Sharon?
Oh yes, I loved her interpretation.
Yeah, she's my daughter, and I can't remember why, but she was around when we were doing a podcast, wasn't she? And you said to her, "What's your favourite tarot card?" And she's not really interested in any of it. And she went the Wheel of Fortune. I didn't even know she knew it existed. And she saw it as that, even though, like, moods can go up and down, because it's a wheel, its strength is the fact that it's strong in the middle, that it will just hold it all together, regardless of the spinning of it all.
I like that.
She said it better than me. But
well, I recorded that, so I could throw that clip in if you guys want. It was just pure brilliant.
It was very unexpected as well, and I'd never thought of it in that way. So yeah, that'd be great.
She said, "Stay centered in the middle, and you'll be all right."
Yes. Hi, Gretel. What's your favourite card? I know you don't know all the cards yet, but so far, if one stood out for you, what would it be and why?
My favourite card is the Wheel of Fortune, because wheels turn with something staying completely still in the middle of it. In order for it to turn, something has to stay centered and completely still. And in life, there's ups and downs, but to get through them, you have to stay centered within yourself. You have to stay whole, knowing that the wheel is gonna, it's a bit like a roller coaster. It goes around you, but you just have to stay centered. And yeah, I can't remember what I said.
That is brilliant. You said it perfectly. You said it beautifully. Oh my God. I can't believe I've never seen the stinking center of the frickin' wheel.
No, nor have I.
Holy mother of cows. Beautiful, Gretchen. Out of the mouths of
Gretel,
babes. Gretel.
Gretel.
Dang it, I keep thinking Gretchen. Gretchen is like one of my best friends, and I
Yeah.
talk to her almost every day. So, yeah, just keep correcting me until I get Gretel out of my mouth. That was beautiful. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Dang.
Oh, God, I wasn't expecting that.
Me
Seriously.
either. And how old is she?
She's 17. She's going to be 18 in a few weeks' time.
And that
At
was
the beginning
pure,
of July. Yeah, nearly 18.
pure wisdom. Pure, absolute wisdom. Something we'd never seen. Thank you.
You're
Oh,
welcome.
Oh, man.
Yes.
But I'll throw that clip on because it was just brilliant to hear it out of her mouth. And she's not a tarot reader. It was something I had
Yeah.
never considered. And when she
Yeah.
said it, I was like, "Dope, there it is."
That's why I
Yeah.
like working with people that don't look at these all the time because they see something completely different. They haven't been trained in the meanings and they really are just feeling the art, which is what
Yeah.
we're trying to do after we've spent years thinking of meanings, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I
So
think
Sharon, what do you see with this card?
w- definitely what Mandy had said about the ups and downs and the that wheel is always turning. I mean, you just got to be prepared. And one of the things that I would just really sideswiped me one day is all those creatures in the corners. Those are the elements, the
Mm-hmm.
embodiments of the elements. They all
Yeah.
have a little book.
Mm-hmm.
And to
Yeah.
me, that meant be prepared. Do your research. Know
Mm-hmm.
what's
Mm.
coming and know what to do when things aren't doing so well, and you'll do better. It was preparation
Yeah.
for good
Yeah.
times and bad times.
Yeah.
Yes, that's really nice.
Definitely. I agree with that. Yeah, those creatures on the edge with the books, sometimes I see them as keeping accounts, uh,
Mhm.
diaries, historians. Okay, here are your bookies, especially
Your
if you're going
checkbook
with
ledger.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, all of those things, but it's also different perspectives as well. There are different ways to look at whatever situation is facing you. And I think that kind of goes in with what Gretel is saying, ups, downs, different ways of looking at it, stick to the center because your perspective does change when you look at something from a different
Yeah.
direction. And
Yeah.
all those people are writing, I see them writing down different things.
Yeah.
Aren't they all the fixed energies for each of the elements? Am I right in thinking that?
I think that's
Yes.
what I see, yes.
The
Which
fixed.
Okay, bringing that up, that's interesting because this wheel is ever changing. That's about as mutable as you could get.
Yeah.
Yet
Mhm,
in the four corners, you've got those fixed
mhm,
energies.
Yeah.
mhm.
So that is a really interesting man. Now my brain is racing, so I'm gonna have to forget how to speak. Now I've gotta really work on what that means in my head. But I think it goes along with the lines of be prepared.
Yeah, and also the fact that it's like you can just arrive somewhere, feel that you're settled. Do you know what I mean? And
Mhm.
that this is kind of like it. But even then, change can happen. Like you something can spin the wheel onto the next chapter.
Mhm.
Time marches on.
Yeah. And you know what else it reminds me of a bit? I don't know whether you had this. Did you have Enid Blyton?
Say that again.
When you were growing up as a book, she was a writer for children's books, Enid Blyton. She was very popular over here
I,
in about the 50s or something.
I'm not familiar with her.
Mm-mm.
No.
Oh, okay. Well, one of the books that she wrote was called The Enchanted Wood. And there was this tree called the Faraway Tree. These children lived in the countryside and they found this magical wood. And I mean, if they climbed up the tree, all these different characters lived in the tree, blah, blah, blah. But when you got to the top of the tree, there was a little ladder leading into a cloud. And these different lands swung round. And you could go into these lands and be in these lands. And then there'd be a noise or something. And you had to quickly get back down the ladder because it was about to swing round again. And you could get trapped in that land. And you have to get back to the tree and wait for the next land to arrive. And that Wheel of Fortune reminds me a bit of that, because some of those lands were wonderful and some of them were kind of places that you wouldn't want to be. But they all moved on. They all swung round.
I want a library of the books you read as a child.
Right.
I'm sorry, Sally, what?
No, I was thinking when she said that, the phrase, "this too shall pass."
Yeah, there's a really,
Yes.
this is, even when it's in reverse, it's good
Yes.
for this too shall pass. It just means right
Absolutely.
now it doesn't look too hot.
Mm-hmm.
No, cycles are cycles, aren't they? And yeah, and I suppose in a sense, this is the main thing about this card, isn't it? It is all about cycles and movement.
Yeah.
It's a very active card.
And we've actually had it come up in a group where, you know, a girl was asking, should she do tarot or should she do something else? And this was the outcome. And we were just giggling. We were all giggling because it obviously, right there, it says tarot.
Yeah,
It's like, there's your
amazing.
answer. You know?
But the thing is, you know, you said it's got the mutable energy. I mean, doesn't this card represent Jupiter?
I would say with the luck aspect, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the luck and the kind of the movement of it all, the mutableness as well. And
Though I would call the sign, I would have to go with Gemini for the sign. But I like Jupiter for the luck.
yeah, yeah.
And all them little critters reading books.
Mm. Yeah, there's a lot going on there, isn't there, really?
Yeah.
This is a card where people will see all sorts of things in it, to be fair. I mean, the first time I saw it as a compass was it was actually the Strawberry Fair last year, not this year, the year before. And this woman said to me, was she going to kind of meet a boyfriend or something? And was she going to meet him in the UK or in America? It was as straightforward as that, the question. Was she going to meet her boyfriend in the UK or America? And I just thought, as I was shuffling, I was thinking, there is no card here that has got a Union Jack on it or the Stars and Stripes on it. How the hell am I going to tell from the card whether it's the UK or America, unless I'm lucky enough to get the Four of Coins, you know, where it looks like New York in the background? Right, I thought, oh my God. So I thought, just go for it, just trust it. And this came up, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. And my immediate reaction was, what does this tell me? And then I saw the arrow.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, well, it's America. From where I am, you know, it's US.
And that, what you said, embodies the whole thing. You went for it and trusted it, and then you said it.
I had no choice but to trust it.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, this is very difficult to trust when I know what's in those 78 cards. But it proved that I actually didn't know what was in those 78 cards.
That's one of my favorite things about it.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, weeks, months, year might go by, and I might be, yeah, I know these cards. I know, oh, what's that? Rubber duckies, arrows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of it.
Amazing, isn't it?
Yes.
And the fact that you can get even more because of when you do spreads and you see patterns of them all together, the patterns expand. You know, it's not just that card and that card. It's suddenly two cards have the information of 6 cards because of the way they're placed around.
Yeah.
So you start to do a big spread with 10 cards. Oh my God, it's a symphony singing at you.
Yes.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
It's an amazing card. There's a lot going on with this one.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to add?
Not today. Finally got us going.
Yay. Well, thank you both for being here to talk about the Wheel of Fortune. If anyone out there has comments, observations, great things that happened with them in reading this card, drop us a note. Leave a comment.
I have got to say, and I don't think this was conscious, but Gretel's just turned 18, and she suddenly, it's like, I am now 18. This means I am allowed to blah, 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 blah. And first thing she did was booked herself on a trip to Amsterdam. And I thought, oh my God, right? And booked herself to have a tattoo, right? And she actually chose, and I'm not really into tattoos, but it's nice, her tattoo. She's actually had a snake.
Oh.
And I don't think she's realised about the snake on this card. But I'm going to point this out to her because none of us mentioned the snake today. And her little snake tattoo looks a lot like this one.
And it's her favorite card.
Right.
And it's her first tattoo, and it's representative of her being allowed to kind of do things all sorts of things that she wasn't allowed to do the day before she turned 18. So, yeah, and it's her favourite card. Whoa, maybe subconsciously that's why she chose the snake, because it certainly wasn't consciously.
Or maybe that's why she chose this card. Who knows?
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyway.
No, that's great.
You've said your goodbyes.
We'll say them again. Thanks, everyone, for being here.
Thank you,
Talk to you
Sally.
later.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.